All right, so here we go. Doing a little voiceover here of my first workout in this new training block um, program that I'm going to follow this coming 4 weeks. And feel really excited. Something new, and it's the first time I do something that someone else hasn't, or it's the first time doing something that someone else has been putting together. I've basically been following my own thing for a long time, just trying to piece together like a bro splitter, some sort. And yeah, I'm a person with a lot of I have a big need of control, so I like to just do my own thing and stuff like that. And for now, it's gonna be interesting to see how this all works out. But I've reasoned with myself that it's gonna be 4 weeks now, 4 times every week. Done some cardio as well on the off days. So 16 workouts. Worst case scenario, it's not that bad, but I think it's gonna be good. And I'm also going to try to upper my mobility when I do these workouts, so that I can perform other lifts whenever I'm done here. So the lifts that I want to try and be able to do is front squat with a good grip. I want to be able to try the clean and jerk and also the snatch. So giving myself 4 weeks now to work more on my mobility feels really nice. Right here, just doing some normal warm up with the bands. I usually I walk or take the bicycle in the background more. I can't really answer to why I didn't do it this time. I guess that's just the way it is. So we're doing some warm up with the bands and some weighted, or non-weighted, so body weight squats and stuff like that. And then we'll just go on to the next clip. It feels good to make videos again. It feels exciting, although I know I make it a lot harder than it has to be, or more complicated, as I usually do with everything. I'm a person that I want to always exceed my most recent performance. So if I do good this time, then it must be better next time, and kind of just cultivated the idea that I must always progress forward, which isn't always that reasonable, which is something that I have to work with. And doing good, seeing given the circumstances and stuff like that, I think it's a more healthy way to view things. But it takes time, and I'm aware that it takes time, so I'm not gonna stress too much about it. Yeah, doing these squats, by the way, it feels pretty good. I've been doing some reminding myself. I've been doing some reading to the best of my ability, which when I say reading, I basically just mean watch YouTube videos and Google some about your squat position, because I'm a person with long femurs. I have poor ankle mobility, which I can actually affect and improve, which I'm going to work towards. And I also seem to have hip sockets that are kind of put in the way that I want to keep my toes forward a little bit, or pointing out that this could also be because of my lack of mobility in my ankles. So we're gonna see how things improve I'm doing small stretches here and there throughout the day, where ankle stretching is, one of the main things. The other is my wrists, and also my lats. The lats is what I think is keeping me back from being able to put up my elbows in kind of like the front rack position. I know that for a fact I'm going to do front squats in this program, so I'm gonna see if I can do it with the good grip, or if I can just for the sake of doing the workout, do the cross grip. But we'll see. The weights in this workout so far, as you're going to see, are not gonna be that heavy. I haven't seen all the different days and the workouts or the exercises. You basically have to finish one exercise to unlock the next one. And since I'm recording this after, and obviously I've clicked in the app that I've done this exercise. But I don't know if this program is going to ramp up the amount of strength and stuff like that. But I did some reading on the program, the off-season one, and it just looked good. It trains like basically your whole body, and gives me some time to up my mobility, and be able to focus and try out like a weightlifting program after this with some snatches and clean and jerk, and also front squat. So yeah, here I'm just doing strict press. I was supposed to do 27.5 kilos, and with the limited amount of weights I have and type of plates, didn't have the combination for 25 or 27.5. So I ended up having to choose between 25 and 30. So I ended up going for 30 kilos, and so basically the bar and 10 kilos up on top of that. And it did feel okay. You're gonna see the clips there rolling soon. Working out now, as you can see in the background, I have some music, which is also you never know. Yeah, I'm yawning now because of my brain is being tired. But that's it. That's okay. But anyways, you never know like what music is going to be copyrighted and stuff like that. And right now I'm really into watch. I do like watching anime. So and I find some songs in those animes that I like. Then I like to keep listening to them. But I don't know if they're copyrighted or not. And also I'm going to do, since I'm gonna listen to like one song non-stop for like 1 hour and then I cut, it's gonna sound really weird. So probably when if I get a kind of like a wireless mic, I would have my sound in my ears, like my earphones, and just talk to the mic. I think this form is okay, by the way. But anyways, going back to the speaker. 2 months ago, if I went to work out, let me see, 2.5 months ago, if I wanted to work out, first of all, I could not do an exercise where I had to like focus on the movement that much. I could not do like a crucial exercise in the way that like a technical one, because I did not have the capacity to think about the technique. So I would just do like the simple things with low weight, so you can't really hurt yourself. And also I wasn't able to listen to music when I did my workout, which was really weird and strange, and took some time to for me it took a while, or it did take a couple of days to get used to that. Before I would just like listen to like maybe like metalcore or punk or whatever, and for a couple of weeks I couldn't listen to anything. It has to be really quiet. And then for some reason I was able to listen to like piano, so I would just make a playlist of piano covers for like songs, and I would like try to go hard to that. which must have looked kind of funny and weird, looking from the outside. But it worked for me, so I'm happy. And now I'm able to listen to like anime music and stuff like that, which is it feels nice. It feels like I'm getting back, some of my functions. And here I'm going crazy with the drums, or pretending to drum. Just feeling the vibe. But yeah, so for me that's a big improvement, which feels really good. I think that working out and staying healthy and fit is going to, it has definitely helped me getting back, from the burnt out state. I don't know how to call it. I've tried to work out at least 2 times a week. First 2 weeks, I felt okay. I did some training. The couple of weeks after that, I was just so drained out of my energy. I kept forgetting things and I heard things wrong, and I just realized that I cannot even trust my own brain. So I would just sit at home and like eat whatever was in the fridge, because I didn't want to go to the store, because I didn't want to be social, because it felt really weird to be social, because I did not have the energy for it. And that's kind of when I started to like, okay, I want to be able to work out, and I'm gonna make a real gym in my garage now. So in case I never want to meet anyone again, I can at least take care of myself. And I'm not really finished with the gym now. Right now, it's just as best as it's as good as it's going to be until spring. The compressor to the side, we're going to move and stuff like that, so I can push the squat rack into that wall, facing that wall, right? Which is going to leave some room for some other equipment, where the rack is right now. So that feels really nice. But for now, this is great. I have space I can do skipping rope. I have my treadmill. I have this bike. I can do foam rolling. I have my back extension. I have a multi-machine and, everything. So I'm really happy with that. Squats here, by the way, 55 kilos. I did my 110 kilo as I counted as my 1 rep max. I don't know. Last time I did squats, I did not stand as wide and with as much toes pointing out, and I could feel like a lot of good contact. So I think, focusing on the form is definitely going to work, for my advantage. And I don't know, like I have like some kind of goal with lifting. I thought about it some, speaking about weights, and I think like the general thing, like you have 2 plates, bench, 3 plates, squats, and 4 plate deadlifts would be kind of nice. But I think, as I get, back into being my own self, I would want to try, also to have some of the technical challenge, like a clean jerk and a snatch. Yeah, after squats, I did some rows. I have these adjustable dumbbells. I haven't used them that much. I kind of recently got them, so I sometimes I'll pick one of the other dumbbells which I've used for quite some time now, and I use those instead. But these dumbbells are great. They go between 2 and 22 kilos. I would say they are rigid enough, so they feel good. Of course, there's always like if you have a solid dumbbell, it's gonna be like better. Like maybe like you don't have to worry about things falling apart. but for me with the limited space, that's really good. I think I have like 13 different steps, like 2, 3, 4, 4.5, 5.5, 6.5, and stuff like that. So I really enjoy these. When I do this movement here, I remember feeling that I did get a contact in my back, but I also get contact in my real delts, which could mean that, you know, either my real delts is lagging, so it's getting a good workout, or I'm not doing the exercise, you know, just right, which basically, you know, in that case, that's, you know, then I need to work on it. It was a long time since I did this exercise, so I did enjoy doing this. It gave me a nice burn. I think back days this past couple of weeks has basically just been to pull-ups and then either seated row in the multi-machine or like a T-bar row with the barbell. That's basically with like 4 sets and 4 sets. And so after this now, I do some rubber resistance band, just trying to feel my rear delts, which yeah, it feels nice. And like doing the resistance bands, you know, it's been helping me with you know, making sure my shoulder works again. I've had troubles doing shoulder press for almost 10 years now because of me being not well. When I was 18, I tried to do like a strict press behind my head, but I had no technique and I had no knowledge of the weights and, you know, what can happen, and so I got a bad click in my shoulder and or pinch. And, you know, since working more with the resistance bands, it's going away. So I've been able to train this last 5 weeks or so without having like this pinching feeling in my shoulder, even as I'm getting fatigued, which is good. So resistance bands is something that I do, you know, several times a week. And you know, the rear delts and the rotator cuff, you know, it's a small area, it doesn't take that much time to recover, so it's good to just do them, you know. I try to keep like these rubber bands. I have some in my car maybe, and some inside the house, and some in the garage. You know, they're great to have. Sometimes I think I don't know if I have it there right now, and if not, I'm gonna get one for it, like in my job bag as well. So, you know, if I'm going on a job trip or whatever, I can just use it, you know, because we sit in front of the computer every day so much, especially me, my job. So yeah, here we do this kind of like Superman plank, or however it's called. I was able to do, you know, I was able to do this better than I thought I would. I did not expect me being able to hold it like that. I know it doesn't really look at as much, but you know, essentially it's just a push-up where you take your hands further up. So, but it was a nice surprise that I was able to, you know, hold it out decently. And the first day in this program, it does feels nice, you know. I enjoyed it. So now we just do some back raises. This is the type of exercise that you think, oh, it's not gonna feel anything, but the more you try to like raise your whole body, just like basically just like try to pivot on this one point, you realize, oh, I'm not as strong as I, you know, think I am. But yeah, that's basically it for this exercise. I do this one time, a couple of sets and stuff like that, and next time we're gonna do the second set. I don't know if I'm gonna do some cardio and upload it first, or how I'm going to do it. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.